Welcome to Cad 4. Cad 4 is very similar to Cad 3. You got to develop 3 views. What they've given you is a top view and a right side view. You have to develop both of those and also a front view. So again, I used my seed file as my prototype, and I did a save as, and I called it Cad 4. So remember, when you're using the seed file as your prototype, it allows you to have the layers, and the layers, right here is your pull down of all the layers you need. We defined this earlier in an earlier session of what the layers are, so I'm just trying to reinforce those to you. So let's go ahead and start drawing. CAD number 4. So I'm going to draw lines. Okay. I'll draw the top view first. Looks like it's 3.5 long. So 3.5 long. It's 3/4. So there's my top view in the scaffold box. And I'll go ahead and finish the detail of it. So it looks like it's 1 3/4. I'm going to offset 1.75 here and offset 0.375 there, and then trim. I select everything, enter, and what don't I want? Well, I don't want this corner and this and this. So there's my top view. Offset and trim and line. Those are the commands you can use probably the most. Let's draw a front view now. So I draw a line, pick here, drag, draw a line, pick here, establish your distance between. The height of the part is 1.75, so we got to offset 1.75. Pick here, pick down. Now I'm going to use the trim function to trim away all the corners. Trim, pick everything, enter, what don't I want? Those two, those two, those two, those two, enter. Now I'm going to draw this line down. So I draw a line, end point here, just draw it down, and then trim it out. This is a bounding object, this is a bounding object. Enter. I don't want this or this. There's my front view. To draw the side view, draw a line, pick here, drag over, pick here, drag over, draw a line here, to separate, and then offset. It is 3/4 deep. So go to your offset, 0.75. Pick here, and then trim out. Select everything, enter. Don't want this, or this, or this, or this. Now I'm not quite done yet. There's my front view, there's my top view, there's the right side view, but I need to put a line down the middle because this distance here is 3/4, this distance here, or I'm sorry, this distance here is 3/8, this distance here is 3/8. So I can use my object snap, or I could use offset. I'll try my object snap. I'll just go to line, and see, it picked up the midpoint. If yours did not pick up the midpoint, I'll show you how to do that. If you come down here to your object snap, right mouse click on it and go to settings, and it shows you all different object snap modes. Now the ones that are checked are the ones that are running, which are on. All right. If they're not checked, it means they're off. It will not pick it up. My midpoint is selected, so it does pick up midpoints. So when you're done, I wouldn't select all of them because again it gets too your pick box will jump all over the place, and so it's always best is to pick 2 or 3 or 4 of these that you use pretty much all the time. And I'd say endpoint is the most widely used. Intersection is used as well. When you're dealing with circles, the quadrant and centers work real well. And just hit OK, and then you're back. So I'm going to go back to draw line and pick up the midpoint there, midpoint, and then you can go to the other midpoint, and it should be good, and then enter to get out. So there's CAD drawing number 3. Now notice one thing before I end here is look at the layer, okay, that is on. It's layer L, which is lines. L stands for lines, and these are your object lines. There's one button down here that we'll look at. It's this one here. It's called Show or Hide Line Weight. If you click on it, notice my lines are very thick now. It shows you the line weight thickness. If I were to draw a line over here, and then I want to change it, remember to change them, you grip them, select them, then go over here to the layer, and then pick what layer you want it on. If I want a layer center or layer hidden, you see how they change as you pick the layer it's on. Layer phantom. Alright. So it shows you these are a thinner line weight and a different layer, obviously red and phantom for this one. I'll just pick the phantom one. So this little button here shows you the line weights, which is important because when you print something off, you want to have different thicknesses and values for lines. So that turns the off, so everything's at the same value. This again just turns it on. It's just an on-off toggle, that's all it is. So let me erase this line. And that's it for CAD number 4.